we are super delighted to have you on Vantage podcast with us.
Lovely to be here. Thanks.
So, EcoRatings is one of the world's first largest and the first AI-powered platform for ESG data. So, what is the genesis and what's the idea behind the whole platform?
Yeah, right. So, the idea behind this platform, and it is a Gen AI product, not an AI-powered product. They are two very different meaning words. Is that we wanted to introduce wide-scale transparency in this sector. We wanted everybody to be able to decode everything about sustainability. So, about the clothes we wear, the food we eat, even the hotels we stay at. I wanted the ability to have a platform that could decode everything very quickly, very easily, and help us reach our sustainability goals faster. Now, we are individuals. Right now, we may not have those goals, but corporates definitely have them, right? And so the idea again was to make sure that we could really, help the corporates reach their sustainability targets as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
Wonderful. So, what are the benefits for the corporates? How does it help to achieve them net zero?
Yes, so they basically have three major benefits. The first one is that we automate their entire workflow. Now, sustainability is actually sort of like finance. Every department is the custodian of some data, right? So, what we help them do is we help them automate their data feeds so that they're getting data in real time. After that, we create a layer where they can do all their calculations, reporting, compliances, etc. Everything can be automated. Once the data is coming to you in an automated fashion, you can actually put it to any use.
Sure.
And it should be as easy as asking a question in English, So you can just say, okay, give me my BRSR report, and it would just be able to generate it for you.
Super.
And then the third benefit is that we also have a database with all the external sources of information. So you could use that for your benchmarking, figure out what your peers are doing, how your company can benefit from the best practices, and so on. So in this sense, we give them the holistic package for sustainability.
All right. So you are one of the top 20 most influential women entrepreneurs.
I was long back.
Wonderful. So, and you've been with McKinsey. So how's been your entrepreneurial journey? Talk to us about your journey.
Yeah, no, I'm one of those forced entrepreneurs. I never thought I'll be an entrepreneur. But I think it's something now that I'm quite certain of, that I can't be anybody else. I am an entrepreneur and I will remain one. So it's exciting in a way. It's very interesting. Every day you do new things. You get to meet excellent people. You get a lot of recognition. But then there are the daily stresses. So the good stuff is maybe 20%, right?
Yeah.
And then there is the 80% of the tensions of building. Then you are responsible for a team. You need to make sure that your salaries come on time. All those sort of things are always the case, right? When do you break even? How much money are you making? All those concerns remain. And that's really the 80% of the game. But all in all, I think it's more of a character trait. You either are an entrepreneur or you have an employee mindset. So, you could choose one. And it's a little to do with what you prefer in terms of your work, ethic or environment. It's more to do with the type of person that you are.
Absolutely. So what triggered you to start EcoRatings?
So, I've been looking at sustainability for the last 10 years, I think. My previous venture also was a sustainability tourism venture, right? That was more on social impact side, but we did a lot of work on the environment side also later on. And then COVID happened, right?
Yes.
And then the world sort of took a pause and then changed. And post that, we are really feeling the effects of climate change more drastically.
Right.
Okay, because we saw the world when COVID happened and everything stopped, and then we could see that the air was purer, animals were returning to the habitats and all that, right? So I think sustainability has become from a good to have to a need to have.
Absolutely.
And now it's becoming dire. Now the issues are becoming more and more dire. For example, it's November and in Delhi, I know we're in Bombay, but in Delhi, it's still hot. It's as hot as it is in Bombay.
Yes.
Which is just
strange,
crazy.
yeah,
Because November,
yes.
Diwali khatam ho gayi.
Yeah, it used
November
to be peak winter time at
winter,
point.
right? So we're all feeling this more and more. And I think, sustainability is something, in fact, I've met some very interesting corporate people since I've been in Bombay who want to do it because it is the right thing to do, not really because they have any business concerns, which are also there, but more because they have to do it. So I think it's going in the right direction. It's set to explode, honestly.
Sure.
It's going to become very big. There are certain segments within sustainability that are going to become really big. So it's a good industry to be in right now, and it's a good thing to be an ESG professional.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what are the key challenges being faced by the corporates to achieve net zero, and what is your methodology?
Yeah. So I think one of the key, issues is that where do you begin, right? Like I said, I met a very interesting founder yesterday, and he said, I know more about my business. So I know that, if I move from this machine to this machine, my emissions will reduce. You don't need to come and tell me that. And I said, yeah, that's absolutely right. Most of the corporate sector in India, and actually in the US also, they know from an operational perspective what they have to do. But sustainability is a new domain, right? And it is, there are lots of standards coming in now. There are reporting standards, there are compliance standards. I think that is the help that a corporate needs. That when I look at my sustainability journey, where do I begin? Where should I start from? So I think that's the conversation we come in with. Even if a company is pretty ahead in the sustainability journey, data collection remains one of the largest challenges.
Absolutely.
Honestly, forget about sustainability. Data collection in a corporation is actually one of the biggest challenges that there is right now. Startups are only solving for this challenge. I am actually solving for this challenge in sustainability, but there are startups who are only solving for this problem. So data collection remains an issue. Then again, what if there is no data? What do you do then?
Sure.
So people who have no data say, okay, we can't do this. But there are many ways to tackle that problem also, right?
Absolutely.
So I think for corporates, they struggle with, okay, where do I begin? What are the compliances that apply to me? If I have to go outside and export my product, what are the compliances that will apply in other geographies? These are the sort of challenges that exist. And forget net zero. Net zero बहुत बाद में आता है. They are first struggling with what to begin with.
Right.
Revenue पे focus करें, cost देखें, sustainability देखें. I mean, it is a new thing suddenly, right? That everybody has to do, and everybody has to do it fast. The really great thing is that there is a lot of push from the industry. So what happens is that even if you are saying, okay, मैं next year देखूंगा, your customer is already asking for things like आपकी rating कराइए, आपका badge क्या है, gold है या platinum है, and company suddenly like, oh my god, they're asking for these things. What is all this?
A lot of consciousness around, yes.
Yeah. So it's interesting days, and I mean, corporates have lots and lots of challenges, which is, I think, why there is a big opportunity for the ESG professionals.
So what is your methodology? How do you?
Like I said, our methodology is very simple. We create the data layer. So first challenge, which is of data, is what we solve for. Then we help them with all the calculations. So we build a layer that's called the RAG architecture, where you can query your data.
Okay.
Now you can, again, it's like a chat GPT. So you ask a question, you get an answer. So you can ask any question. You could ask a question on a report. You could ask a question on a compliance. You could ask the question on, give me my emissions for today, give me my emissions for a month. Any sort of question you can ask for related to sustainability.
Sure.
And then, like I said, you have an external database. So if you're trying something new, you can already check even before trying whether it's going to work, it's not going to work, what are the others doing in the industry, and so on and so forth. So that's really our method.
Sure. Yeah. Who are your key clients, and talk to us about your partnerships?
I think we have excellent clients. We have one of our key clients are, or one of our key strategies, I would say, is going through channel partners. So people like Accenture, all the consulting companies, even the IT consulting companies like NTT, Nagarro, these are people who are looking for technology solutions in sustainability, right? And their clients are asking for it. So this partnership route is something which is very interesting. We're exploring that now, and we're happy to speak to anybody who wants to be a partner, honestly. And other than that, most of our clients are large corporates because they need they have different use cases in sustainability, and they have to do it year on year. So for them to invest in a technology makes sense instead of calling for a consultant year on year and increasing their costs. So that's basically what we're doing.
And what kind of government support are you getting along the way?
Okay, I don't know. We haven't. So other than the fact that we are accelerated, incubated, and actually part of NASSCOM Deep Tech Club, so we get a lot of support from NASSCOM itself. NASSCOM took 35 startups to the US, to help them with GTM there.
Okay.
We were part of that. Now they're taking us to Middle East. There is a Deep Tech Club of 37 startups in the country that are Deep Tech startups, so we're part of that. Then there is a Gen AI club specifically that is starting in NASSCOM. We are again part of that. So NASSCOM gives us a lot of support. But other than that, I haven't really been able to sort of venture into the ministries yet.
Sure.
Again, their need would be even bigger than an enterprise. So actually, when you collate the entire enterprise is when the country's needs come in, right? And their needs will be much, much larger in terms of data sets, etc. And there is no solution today, I can say it very confidently, which is not Gen AI powered, that can help an enterprise or a country. So I'm very keen to explore that method. I haven't started it yet. We're also a new startup, so I think we need to also build a little bit credibility before we go to the government. But that is something that I'm exploring.
Yeah. Okay. And what are your other future plans?
Future plans are fantastic. India is just starting on its sustainability journey. India is always a focus for us. But other geographies like US, they understand Gen AI. Their adoption is quicker. Europe, Japan, Singapore, even Middle East now, which is really, which has suddenly become very, very aggressive on its sustainability targets. All these sort of countries becomes a good market for us, and so I think global expansion is pretty much what we're looking at for all of 2025. I don't think I'm going to remain too much in this country, frankly. I'll be roaming around. So that's what we are going to do.
Wonderful. So your final words for the entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs in the space.
Yeah, entrepreneurs are another breed of people, right? So, and like I say, yeah, thoda crazy to hona padta hai, to be an entrepreneur. So, I mean, क्या बता सकते हैं आप entrepreneurship को? I think the best thing to really say is that don't get head up, because businesses में भी highs and lows आते हैं. Entrepreneurship में ज़्यादा आते हैं, because it's more volatile, obviously, in the beginning till the time you become a running concern. So don't get head up. Try and enjoy the journey more. I think that's what I'm doing now. In my first venture, I was so focused on building it that I don't think I enjoyed the journey at all. And I did some beautiful things there, especially in sustainability. I did some fantastic projects there, but I don't think I enjoyed it quite like I'm enjoying it here. Here I'm not going to those offbeat locations that that I used to love, but somehow it's as exciting as it was the first time around. So I'm really enjoying it. I also feel that when a day is not going well, I just shut down for the day and I'm like, tomorrow's another day, So I think that's basically what entrepreneurs should do. Enjoy the journey more instead of looking for that destination, which is IPO. And then you realize ki wo bhi destination hai. Then you have to do a lot more. So you have to keep those prices up. It's a constant thing.
You need to find a small method in the whole madness domain.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So what's your superpower?
Actually, my superpower, and I really think I do have it, is time management.
Yes.
I feel, in fact, I just saw a video today trending on Instagram where Mr. Murthy is saying, I don't believe in work-life balance. He keeps maintaining it. But somehow, I don't know. I mean, even I am not saying that, no, I would shut down at 6 p.m. because I have to look after my kid or something like that. But frankly speaking, I have been able to manage it. So if I can manage it and if I can do everything, be part of the family also, take my vacations also, work also, create results also, I think everybody can do it. Yeah. So whether you call that figuring out your own balance, that is another point. But I definitely believe in that balance. And I don't think that I am put on this earth and on this planet for one sole purpose. I have many purposes.
Absolutely.
And I like to explore those purposes. So, I think I'm taking that contrarian view of it. And I think I can do it because there is something about time that for me is very flexible. For me, time is not, oh, I'm running out of time. For me, I always come with, I have enough time. I will give time to what I feel is correct.
Right.
That would be my superpower.
One life, lot to explore at your own pace, and to enjoy all the flavors.
Yes.